Some of the world's biggest names in professional wrestling have arrived in Melbourne this week for the WWE Global Warning Tour. And they don't come any bigger than the man known as The Rock, who in recent years has added feature films to his resume. Well, The Rock has arrived in Melbourne and he joins us now. Rock, good morning to you. This is your first time to Australia, I understand.
Morning, yes, absolutely. First time in Australia. And I will not fail to say that the Albert Einstein that I am, I thought it was summer over here, and apparently I was wrong.
Didn't take you long to find out, I gather.
No, not at all.
Now look, what's your priority these days? Is it wrestling or is it furthering your career in movies like The Scorpion King?
Well, you know what, Steve? Right now, I try to concentrate on the transitioning into acting. Acting is something I've always wanted to do. I've been very blessed with what I've been able to accomplish in wrestling. But of course now, you know, we all want to grow, and I certainly want to grow as well, personally and professionally, and I can do that in acting. And I just want to continue to, you know, make big, fun movies like The Scorpion King and the next movie I have coming up with Universal again.
How difficult was it making that transition that you talk about?
Well, I think from an action standpoint, it wasn't as difficult for me because I was used to that type of action, that type of physicality. From an acting standpoint, I want to, you know, there's not a lot of tender, poignant moments in wrestling, so to say. But so I wanted to make sure that if I had to play that and that be part of any role that I played, I wanted to make sure that I could do that pretty decently. So I really got a really good acting coach, and I was surrounded by really good actors, which was important to me.
But do you see a time when you may have to give the wrestling away to concentrate on the movies?
I think right now I'm still going to try and balance both as long as I possibly can. It's certainly headed in that direction. I don't try to kid myself or kid the fans for that matter. They've been extremely loyal to me, and I appreciate that, and very passionate. But you know, I think eventually a time will come where you know, that'll happen.
Tell me this, why is this form of wrestling so popular when, I mean, most people know it's carefully scripted, entertaining theatre?
Oh, who told you that, Steve? Come on.
Now, come on, give me an answer here.
Well, you know what? I've always said, and I grew up in the industry. My grandfather was a professional wrestler. My dad was as well. So having grown up in the industry, I can honestly say that I think that regardless of where we are in the world and regardless of what's happening, in lieu of everything that's going on in the world today, I think that there'll always be an insatiable appetite for wrestling. It's almost like that old Greek theater of good versus evil. And I think you'll always find that. And, you know, with the larger-than-life characters that are portrayed in the WWE, a lot of people live vicariously through them. You know, I always like to say that Vince McMahon is my boss in the WWE, and a lot of people live vicariously through me because I can be the one to punch him in the mouth and slap him in the face and still get paid and not get fired. There are a lot of people who want to do that to their boss.
Do you enjoy all the fame? I mean, and also, what's the worst part of being famous?
Well, you know, to me, there's not too many bad parts other than, you know, your anonymity is pretty much thrown out the window, and you know, it's always like a big military operation for me to go somewhere, in and out, and secretive entrances and exits and things like that. But other than that, you know, the good always outweighs the bad, in my opinion.
All right, listen, enjoy your stay in Australia. Thanks for joining us this morning, too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.